Hey everybody, how you doing? Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Anyway, I just want to make a really quick video about something I've been seeing, like kicking around the internet, the last 3, 4 days or so. I see a lot of videos, a lot of people saying things like Aaron Rodgers has ruined the Jets. The Aaron Rodgers trade could go down as the worst trade in Jets history even. I actually watched a video where somebody said that the other day. I don't think that's at all true. First of all, the Jets were so starved for a win, and they wanted Aaron Rodgers so bad. They did everything. They pulled out all the stops to get him. Now, I will say this though: hiring all his buddies and getting all his friends here to make him more comfortable. I didn't agree with that. I never did in the beginning when they were doing that. It seemed like they were kind of bowing to him. But in a way, you can understand because the Jets have been so pitiful and such big losers now for years. We have the longest running playoff drought in any major sport, and it seems like it's going to be even extended another year. So I can understand where the team and the organization was going. They just want to win so badly. But this talk and all these videos about Aaron Rodgers has ruined the Jets. That could be the worst trade in Jets history. I don't think that's true at all. However, I will say this though. What's ruining the Jets is the Jets themselves, the ownership, the management. Let's not forget one thing, that when Rodgers came here, Zach Wilson was supposed to sit back. This was going to be another red shirt year where he just walks around with a clipboard and everything like that. So whose fault is it that they didn't get a competent backup to back up Aaron Rodgers? If this was really going to be what Zach was going to do, sit, watch, learn, get some experience with that, and that was supposed to be the best thing for him. What did they do? Nothing. They did nothing. They just assumed that Rodgers was going to not get injured because he's been fairly injury free his whole career. But the Jets were banking on that. So when that didn't happen, here comes Zach. Well, Zach is now not only is he the back, he's the starting quarterback. This wasn't supposed to happen this year. So when they had a chance to get a competent backup, say Baker Mayfield or Gardner Minshew or even Carson Wentz, there was guys available at the time before the season to get somebody in there to say, just in case Aaron goes down. We don't think he will, just in case. Zach is not playing ball this year unless it's an absolute emergency. That's on the ownership, that's on the general manager, that's on them, not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers didn't ruin the Jets. This is not going to be the worst trade in the world. We don't know what the Jets have planned in the future. Maybe we get another year out of Rodgers, maybe next year, and then he just calls it quits. We don't know what's going to happen after that. So it's hard to say that this is going to be a complete restart after next year when Rodgers is gone. Maybe the Jets have a plan. I doubt it. They never seem to have a plan. But maybe this time they do. Maybe they're going to draft a quarterback in the second or third round this year who's going to come out and be our Brock Purdy. Maybe it's going to be a guy in the fourth round. They go, holy shit, this guy can play ball. It doesn't have to be the first pick or the second pick or the third pick. You never know what's going to happen at this point. So maybe they do have a plan. But I do know this, that the plan up until now is just not working. Nothing that they do is working. And Aaron Rodgers, in a way, is kind of holding us hostage right now because Nathaniel Hackett wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers. I believe that Robert Saleh might even been fired, or he would be fired if there was any other quarterback on this team right now. I can't see Saleh. Hackett would have been gone already, or maybe even Joe Douglas. And I think Douglas has done a good job. But right now, it's starting to look like his negatives are outweighing his positives at this point in his Jets career. So all these guys will be on the hot seat, but right now they're not, and they all know it. They're coming back next year, all of them, especially Hackett and Saleh, and they're not going anywhere. These guys are coming back to see what they can do with Aaron Rodgers. Now after next year, I don't know. If Rodgers retires or they have a shitty season, I'd fire everybody. Everybody would be, in my opinion, should be gone now. And now you are talking about a total reset. But if they have a decent year, Rodgers retires, but maybe the Jets go to the play, maybe they win the division, maybe now we can build on that. They'll have some players here. We'll have something to look forward to. So next year is going to be just a big, huge, major thing, how we do. Because all these guys' jobs are going to depend on it. But right now, these guys aren't going anyplace. They have job security, these guys. So back to my point about Rodgers ruining the Jets. No, he didn't. He wanted his guys. The Jets didn't have to get his guys. They could have said, well, listen, man, we don't want Alan Lazard. We don't want Randall Cobb. He's a little too old for it. We did it. That's on them. That's on the Jets. That's not on Aaron Rodgers. That's like me going to a job and saying, hey, I want my buddy from over here and over there. And they say, okay, sure. Who is that my fault? No, that's not. That's their fault. That's management's fault. That's upper management. That's ownership's fault for doing those things. That's not his fault. He wanted his guys to be comfortable. They got him for him. He wanted his coach. They got him for him. The guy can't coach anybody but Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think he can even coach him. I think it's Aaron Rodgers that obviously makes him look good. That's pretty much a gimme at this point. No one talking can sit here and say, no, yeah, this guy's good, but he can only coach Aaron Rodgers. He can't coach anybody. He can't do anything else. So it's Aaron Rodgers makes him. He doesn't make Aaron Rodgers. That's an obvious. So I think that all this kind of talk about that is just ridiculous. It's stupid. It's just Jet fans looking to blame somebody. You want to blame somebody? Blame ownership. Blame upper management. They're the ones that got the guys Aaron Rodgers wanted. They're the ones that they're not going to fire Hackett, even though he should be fired. He should have been the first offensive coordinator fired. Look at all the ones that have been fired. The Washington Commanders fired theirs. The Steelers. Look at the Panthers. They're firing everybody over there because they stink. So and the Jets have one of the worst offenses in recorded history, and we're not firing anybody. So obviously these guys are not going anywhere because of him. But don't think for 1 second that he's holding. I think that he is holding them a little bit hostage because they're so afraid to piss him off and get rid of anybody that they're just going to go and roll with what we have, Tim Boyle or whoever else they think is going to win. But at the end of the day, who's to blame here other than the Jets management? If they're being held hostage, it's because they choose to. They could say, listen, Aaron, I don't give a damn what you say. This guy stinks, and we can't move forward with this guy. So is Aaron Rodgers really holding the Jets hostage, or are they holding themselves hostage? They're the one. They own the. Johnson owns the team. Douglas is the general manager. Sal is the head coach. These guys are supposed to make the calls, not Aaron Rodgers. So everybody out there who's blaming him for everything, don't blame him. Don't blame him. Blame the Jets management. Blame the ownership. Blame the Jets as usual because this is on them. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out and see what everybody thinks. Leave me a comment below if you liked the video. And subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a lot. I hope everybody has a great day. And I'll be making a game preview with the Falcons game for Sunday. So everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.